Welcome to Help Desk with Joe. This is show number 76, live from the studio here in Spencer, West Virginia. And with me, as always, Joe and Justin. Welcome, gentlemen.
Morning, fellas.
It's a morning. Yeah, I mean, we had really great weather, and as I understand it, the rain is on its way. Which, not happy about. Not happy at all.
No, but as short as we've had of rain here lately, it's well needed.
Yeah, I know. It's just on sports nights, you know.
Yeah.
We got sports this evening all over the place.
But what's crazy is as much rain as we got last week, the creek banks are still...
Oh, gosh, yeah.
Yeah.
How about that? We come on a technology show to talk about the weather.
Well, considering...
Justin, where you at on that one?
I missed that one.
Well, he's like, the guys are actually talking about something sensible here. Let's just let this roll.
This might be the best conversation of the whole show.
Yeah, this is the most educational part we've ever done, considering we've talked about...
Right now.
Yeah, considering we've talked about water slides and just anything else.
Ooh, I forgot about the water slide.
Yeah. All right, so now Justin's putting the hammer down. Like, nope, I'm nixing this.
I like it. So the world's longest water slide.
Yes.
Could be in Spencer, West Virginia, with the right people involved and the right funding.
Absolutely.
I'm in.
I'll tell you guys, I pitched it to Cena, and usually she's the first one to tell me that's a dumb idea. She was like, this could work. So I'm like, whoa, if I've got her sold on this, we may actually have something here. Because she's my toughest critic.
Oh, yeah. Well, you got a lot of good stuff to talk about today, and if you're not familiar with the show and how it works, although we're 76 shows in, and 9 years prior to that, but if you are new by chance, the way it works, Joe brings in topics that helps out the general consumers, businesses, anybody and everybody that deals with technology, and then helps people out and what they need to know with technology. And
Right.
Justin, not sure what your role is here anymore. It was to keep us on track and get us to not fall down the rabbit hole of other conversations, appropriate, inappropriate, or otherwise. But so far, I'm not sure how that's working out.
It's a tough job.
Yeah.
Either he's still fighting an uphill battle, or he just finally we've turned him into one of us.
Yeah, no longer, listen, I don't want that job. I want a different job.
It's much more entertaining just to join in.
Yeah. So.
Although I think Justin's role is to try to get one of us on our soapbox, and he does that job very well.
Yeah, I've noticed that. He went from trying to keep us on track to, hey, did you hear about this?
Yeah.
I mean, he was prodding you a little bit before the show started, and I was waiting to see where this went. But,
Yeah.
Yeah,
so Justin actually has an extra story, a bonus story we'll cover.
I'm the lone Apple user. I can always take the heat for anything bad going on with Apple.
There's always something with Apple, and I don't know why we're surprised, because really we could just look at what was going on with Android 3 years ago and then say, hey, this is a new thing for Apple.
Yeah.
But, anyway, you're welcome, Justin. So, on the agenda today, Joe, you got some news about Hulu.
Yes. Not good news, but
not a good news day.
not out of the four news stories,
Yeah.
I've only got one good one.
Oh gosh.
'Cause
So 2 weeks ago you had all good
Justin's
stories.
is pretty good considering, but it's going to be a little dicey on his. So
Justin. Am I going to have to be the bearer of good news on this show? Is that what this is coming down to? Because usually I'm the cynic.
Today it may
critic.
not hurt.
Yeah, usually I'm the cynic and the critic, and I'm skeptical of whatever.
Right.
Mainly because I just don't trust technology or technology people. Joe.
Are you one of those who still think the internet's a fad?
One could only hope it's a fad, but I think it's here to stay.
Yeah. 20 years, I think it's here to stay.
Yeah, gosh. This is how dated I am. I remember being on Wesleyan's college campus and watching an email that had a photo come through, and it took forever because it loaded pixel by pixel by pixel like a bad Tetris game. And then when the photo finally loaded an hour and a half later, we were all like, is that it? For real? That's the photo they chose to send to be the first email to go around campus.
Yeah.
And yep, that was it.
I remember seeing Wi-Fi for the first time. We was at
Hold on, how did you see Wi-Fi?
okay, it was Salem TechU at the time, Salem University.
Yeah.
They was testing it. They took us in this computer lab and said, we are testing a way for you to connect to the internet without wires. And we're all just like, what?
Yeah.
And they had just they They had a table in the middle of the room with a microwave on top and then a laptop on top of it. And they said, we're testing to see if microwaves interfere with the signal, but one of these days you'll be able to connect to the internet on your computer without wires. And that was just...
Did you stand there and say, what kind of black magic is this?
No, no, it was crazy at the time to think.
Man, Tesla invented that stuff a long time ago.
Yeah.
We just ignored it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't remember like a moment when Wi-Fi for the first time or anything. It's just kind of like one day I was on the line on the modem or the phone line connection.
Yeah, the hard
What
line.
was that
Yeah.
called?
Yeah.
Dial-up.
Dial-up. Yeah.
Don't even remember the term. It's been so long. Yeah, and then the next thing you know, it was wireless. I don't really remember a time when I first saw it in action like that.
Yeah, I remember living in my apartment, and I refused to get a Wi-Fi router because I didn't want neighbors getting free internet off of me. So I'd string a Cat 5 cable all the way through my apartment, and then one night my internet went out. So I bounced off of neighbors, and I'm talking to my buddy online, and I told him what happened. He goes, so you're on their network? I was like, yeah. He said, so you can see everything? I said, I can see I'm looking at their printer right now. He said, would you start printing some stuff? I said, no. Because then they'll figure it out. Yeah. And then I'm trying to fly under the radar here. So I'm not going to be saying, hey, I'm here.
It's funny that, so did you think that your neighbors would know that? Like if someone, I have wireless, obviously. I think everybody has wireless, but I'm like the last one to the party. But anyway, so I have wireless.
Yeah.
I don't really worry about the neighbors hijacking my stuff because I'm just like, okay, I don't even know if they're looking or...
Well, I'm sure you have a password on it.
Yep.
Yeah, well, at the time, that wasn't even a...
Wasn't an option?
Yeah, well, it was, but nobody knew how to set it up. Oh, flashbacks.
Yeah.
Just for Justin. There you go.
Yeah, and I'm not too far behind you, Dave. I mean, I remember a picture just so incrementally slowly appearing. And
oh, yeah.
Oh,
like, you're way...
I'm going to go somewhere else and do something else.
And come back.
Yeah.
Kind of like your power.
Yeah, exactly.
What are you guys talking about? I dealt with that yesterday. I was on Frontier.
So anyway, good job, Justin. Joe, tell us more about Hulu.
So Hulu is going to raise its prices by $1 per month.
Oh, gosh.
Terrible news.
Starting October 8th, so a month from today.
Tragic.
Nickel and dime the consumer.
Yep. So they're going to raise the rates to $12.99 a month for ad-free streaming and $6.99 a month for video with ads.
Are you a Hulu guy?
Yeah, because I get it free with my cell phone plan.
Okay, will this affect you once that runs out, or
no?
Doesn't run out for a long time.
Well, I should keep it until I change my plan, which I don't plan on.
Okay.
So
Nice.
it doesn't affect me directly.
All right, Joe, the T-Mobile user of the group.
Now, if you have Hulu Live, your pricing will stay the same, and if you have the Disney streaming bundle, which includes Disney Plus, ESPN Plus, and Hulu with ads, those prices will stay the same.
Okay.
So it's just
Well, not all, just for new people then.
No, it's going to be for new and existing customers. But if you have just the Hulu itself, it's going to change. But if you have Hulu Live or the bundle,
yeah,
that's not going to change.
I wonder how long this has been in the works. I mean, do they have like a 10-year plan, and they know at some point, if they're going to hit their projected numbers, they're going to plan on raising prices at this point and this point just to get to where they...
I don't know. I know last year that Disney Plus and ESPN Plus bumped theirs up to $1, so I think it was just trying to catch up with Hulu since they're all under the same umbrella.
Huh. Yeah, I mean, what you're talking about, Justin, seems like long-term planning, marketing, and some strategy. I don't know that these companies employ that type of thought.
I think it's one of those, hey, I got an idea. Sounds good, do it.
Or more of a, hey, we got to get this quarter's revenues up. Let's bump everything $1. Here we go.
Yeah, it probably amounts to a lot of money.
Oh,
I wonder
I'm
how
sure.
many Hulu users, right?
Ooh.
Tens of millions.
Probably. Well,
That'd be a good factoid to know.
well, it makes perfect sense. When shutdown hit, everybody stayed home and watched.
42 million.
Yeah.
There you go. So an extra $42 million.
But you figure
a
how
month.
many of them you feel will fit into that category, though?
Okay, well let's just say.
Let's just say a third of them.
Okay.
Just random, but 15 million. So yeah, they just made 15 million a month.
Yeah, extra, but
More.
not doing not having to do anything.
Gouging the consumer.
Well, they had to make up the revenue from whenever, since everything opened back up, everybody's out of the house again.
Do you think that'll affect this service though? Because I mean,
Well,
people
I'm
still
sure-
watch TV, right?
Yeah, but not as much as they're not stuck in their house now.
Well, but they still got to have the plan. I mean, I don't know that anybody's like, hey, we can go outside a little more now or do whatever, so let's cancel our TV. I'm pretty sure I'm the only oddball with that.
I don't know, Dave, because there was a huge spike in all of it whenever shutdown hit and everybody had to stay home.
Yeah, I mean, I understand. I'm just saying.
Well-
People are creatures of habit. So if you already got it and you're already paying the bill and you're going to watch TV every evening, yeah.
True.
What would they change to, I guess?
Well, they may just say, we know there's not enough movies or shows or whatever to justify it and just bounce them. But I think that's what a lot of people do nowadays. They just flip and flop back and forth between services because there's no contracts, no commitments, and
Yeah.
turn it on and off as you please.
Huh, maybe. Interesting. Well, either way, 15 million probably, somewhere in that neighborhood. Okay. Hulu. So if you got Hulu, I assume they notify you, right?
They probably will, but if not, you've heard it here first.
If you look at your Hulu bill, and what happened? I got charged an extra $1. You know what? I wonder if that's a sneaky ploy. Like they're like, listen, they won't even notice an extra $1.
Yeah.
Do you have any bills like that, Joe or Justin? Either one of you have any bills like you're just like, it's only $5 or $6. Who cares?
I've tried to kind of streamline. Maybe in the past I had some of those, but every once in a while I like to go through and, am I actually using this? If not, get rid of it.
Well, I just mean, would you notice like one of the services you have if it got bumped $1? Would you notice? Because
Yeah.
I'm thinking like my Sirius XM. I like having that in my car.
Yeah.
Right.
If they charge me an extra $1, I wouldn't know.
Right.
It just bills to my credit card. So
Right. Well, and that's
I'd
the
have
thing.
to look.
That's the thing. A lot of these companies. Well, that's why they want your credit card because
Yeah.
you'll just literally nickel and dime yourself to death and never realize it. It's like, well, it's only $5. Well, $5 here, $5 there.
Oh,
It starts adding up.
Yeah. I just
That's
mean you
more than
might
your-
not even notice $1 being added into your bill. And
Right.
It's a
But now
magic marketing.
I wouldn't, but Cena does, and that's why she takes care of the books.
Yeah.
Because she comes to me and goes, "Why is this up $1?" I don't know. I
Yeah.
look it up, and oh yeah, they raised the prices $1. Okay,
Yeah.
that's usually as far as it goes. But I would have never paid attention. I'd have just seen the line item Netflix or Hulu and just kept on, signed a check and sent it out.
So ad free is going to go from like $12.99 to $13.99 basically.
No, $11.99 to $12.99. Yeah.
Okay. Sneaking $1 in there. Okay.
From what I can tell, there is a lot of content on Hulu though. So
Joe won't share his
13
Hulu
bucks.
password with me, so I don't know.
Guys, I'm trying to do the ethical thing here.
Well, and I need whatever you.
Okay, so
Here's
ethically,
the other problem. Even if you did give me Hulu, well, how do you get Hulu? Do you need a little Roku or whatever?
what that or unless your TV has the Hulu app.
I don't have a TV.
Well, then you just sign in on your computer or your
Ooh.
phone.
So you can give me your password, Joe. You said
Okay.
you couldn't, and I had no way of watching it since I didn't have a TV.
Okay, so
I didn't have the
ethically,
device,
and
and
for the
so-
purpose of this show, you're not supposed to share your passwords. That's why these prices are
Uh-huh.
going up because people want to share passwords.
Yeah, I'm joking.
I know.
I don't watch any of it, so
no time for that.
no time for that. Oh gosh, yeah, we're in the middle of soccer season, so
Yeah, how's that going, by the way?
it's going great. My son's team is ranked #1 in the state, and my daughter's is ranked #3 in the state. And
And I seen Kale made the news the other night.
yeah, he was student athlete of the week for Todd Judy Ford on WCHS.
Shout
Yep.
out to Kale.
Yeah.
Good
Yeah.
job.
Yeah. Tell him that I said that I was surprised to see him on the news for something good.
Ain't that the truth? And I'm surprised he got a haircut, and it was just purely coincidental. His hair was long.
Oh yeah, I seen the picture.
Oh
yeah.
my gosh, yeah, his hair was super long. And then he got a haircut, not knowing about the TV thing, but it just, like I say, happened chance. But good coincidence, I guess. But you're like, all right.
Google Pixel?
Google Pixel.
Yes.
Justin says it's time to move on. We beat the Hulu horse long enough.
Yep. So if you have a Pixel 3 like myself,
Ooh.
yes, it's going to be sketchy for the next little bit. So there are reports of Pixel 3 owners are saying that their phones are breaking out without warning.
What?
Wait,
What's that mean?
escaping somehow?
No breaking, not breaking.
Ah,
So what's going on is more and more Pixel 3 owners are having this issue where their phones become useless. So according to Ars Technica, a growing number of Pixel 3 and Pixel 3 XL users on Google's issue tracker, the company's support forums, and Reddit as well, are saying their phones are becoming completely unresponsive with little or no warning. Either way, the reports of breaking aren't great news for Pixel 3 owners because most of these phones are either out of warranty or almost out of warranty.
So how does that happen? Does that mean that like a bug is somewhere, or like malware, or something along those lines?
It could be something as simple as an update that Google has pushed out, didn't install correctly, and just
Right.
literally breaking your phone to the point of no return.
wow.
Or it could just be a glitch in the code. I mean, at this point, nobody really knows, and Google's keeping tight-lipped about it.
I wonder if this is a Google marketing ploy, just like Hulu. So listen, we're tired of these Pixel 3 owners. We got to get rid of these phones. They
Yeah.
got to upgrade.
Yeah. Well,
Send out hit the black button. Here you go.
Well, and it's really weird. Nobody at this point has been able to put a pin into what's causing the issue. And again, Google's being tight-lipped about it, so it's kind of
Is it
scary.
my skeptical nature to be wary of that nobody knows? Google doesn't even know about their own phone at this point?
Or they're pleading ignorance. I'm not sure.
Well, that's what I mean.
Yeah.
I feel like this is a scam because maybe scam's not the right word, but I feel it's suspicious. It's sus, as the kids would say.
Yes.
Because how old is the Google 3 or the Pixel 3?
Let me see.
I mean, roughly. You've had yours how long?
I've had mine almost 3 years.
Okay, so they're saying like, hey, 2-3 years. These people have gotten their phones, money's worth. Let's do them in. Submarine them.
Yep.
What's the newest?
I mean,
Pixel?
surely something like that wouldn't go bad just because.
Right.
How many pixels are we up to now? Is it the Pixel 5?
How many pixels?
Yes, Pixel 5. Yes, we're up to the
So
Pixel 5.
2 versions passed.
Yeah, maybe they're pulling an Apple. Apple gotten some heat for basically trying to phase out people with old phones by slowing down their phones. And
Yeah, it's a little sketchy. So Google had a similar issue with their Pixel 4s a while back and actually extended the warranty on those to cover known issues, but nobody has even said a word yet on why these Pixel 3s are basically dying. And
I mean, that's a way to spur phone sales as long as they come back to the Pixel.
well, yeah, it's kind of shooting themselves in the foot though.
Yeah, that's what I mean. It's a risky choice if that would be the deal, because they might say, well, I don't know though. I mean, let's ask you.
Okay.
So, if your Pixel starts to go bad, are you going back for Pixel 5 or 6? Because you enjoy it so much, you know how to use it, you like the format. Is that something that sells you, or you're like, it's time for something new anyway?
Well, I've been a die-hard Google branded Android phone forever.
Right.
Going all the way back to the Nexus 5. I had the Nexus 5 and then I had the original Pixel, and then when it died I got the Pixel 3. And I love the whole Google setup of it because it's just pure Android. There's no extra fluff, no carrier nonsense, no manufacturer nonsense. It's just Android and that's it. Now this pops up. Honestly, I'm starting to...
I mean, you've got almost 3 years of usage out of it.
Right. But at this point, I'm starting to get a little leery of, okay, Google is having this. I just kicked my phone off.
Yours
having
has issues already.
Yeah. Now that we're having not issues with the model that I own, and the only solution is to go buy a new one.
Yep.
Why would I drink the Kool-Aid twice?
Well, I mean, did you really drink it the first time though? Because like I said, you've gotten 3 years of usage out of it almost, and
Right, but
I'm assuming good usage. You don't seem to have
absolutely,
none.
yeah. I love my phone. I've had one issue, but it was under warranty, and they sent me a new phone.
Yeah,
But
seems like good customer service.
now that I'm seeing this, I'm with you. I'm kind of the little conspiracy theorist going, okay,
Yeah,
why is this happening? And everybody's being tight-lipped about it. Who's to say there isn't a true black button that they're going beep, beep, beep? And
So the Pixel is pretty much the only Google phone. They don't have other models. Like
no,
that?
it's Google's only phone.
Huh. I would have thought they had a couple varieties.
I mean, they have some different sizes and
Yeah.
stuff like that, but
Now, it's hard to believe that it could be just broken to the point of no return. That there wouldn't be a software fix for the bug. if
yeah,
that's what it is.
that's what's really scary is when it does whatever it does, it completely crashes the phone into like a recovery mode that you can't get out of. You can't. None of the buttons work. It's like it literally just and the term bricking becomes because it turns it into a brick. It's same as useless, and that's what's really weird and scary is it does something in the middle of the night most of the time that these occurrences are happening. Happens in the middle of the night for no rhyme or reason. They
Yeah.
can't pinpoint.
Really?
Yeah, and
Hold on. How could it be middle of the night?
that's what
I mean, what if you're in California versus, the East Coast? What if you're in a different country?
I don't know. It's just
Now it sounds really sus. Just middle of the night.
yeah. Well, a lot of these people are reporting.
Yeah.
They'll go to bed and put their phone on a charger and then get up the next
Yeah.
morning and
Bam.
yeah.
All right. So if you don't have any issues with yours, are you still going to be unhappy and go away from it?
Not at this point, but I'm being extra cautious.
Yeah.
Now it's causing me to be a little more heightened viewing on it to see.
Okay.
Okay, what exactly is your intent and what's going on?
Well, if it all goes bad and you have to pick out a new phone today, what phone are you looking at?
I've been seriously considering the Samsung,
Attaboy.
but
I'm a diehard Samsung user.
well, I tell you, I've seen the new Samsung Flips, and just the coolness factor alone on that is
Hold on. Samsung Flip? What?
yes, yeah. Samsung released a new phone. It's a smartphone. It flips like the old Motorola Razors.
It's got a pretty hefty price tag on that one.
Oh, I'm sure it does.
Yeah.
That's why I won't be getting it anytime soon.
I don't know. They look to be right around 1,000 with everything else.
Yeah, see.
That's where everything's at. I mean, the new iPhones are how much?
Yeah. More than that.
Well, it depends on which model you get. The SEs are like $400 or $500.
So
Do they even work?
What the?
If you're buying an iPhone for $400 or $500, I feel like
Yeah.
you're.
It's what Cena has.
a layman like myself, Joe, just to get off topic a little bit.
Hold on, it's $1,150 for the Samsung Flip.
Okay. What are? Can you bring me up to speed on 5G? What are your thoughts and what? It's just pretty limited right now, and it's in cities at this point, or
Yeah, it's in major cities. It's rolling out. It's a game changer.
significantly faster.
Yes. Do you remember when we jumped from 3G to LTE and LTE was the big hoopla? It was so much faster.
Kind of.
Okay, this is
Puzzle.
that kind of thing. It's a game changer to the point where now carriers are actually offering home internet service to customers off of 5G.
Yeah.
It's that much faster.
Okay.
When's it going to actually work?
Well, it's
And the only reason I say this, we travel for soccer.
right.
Louisville, Lexington, Indianapolis. You roll into these places and your phone kicks to 5G, and then the service is worse than what you had.
Right. Well, 5G is a little tricky because there's two different types of 5G.
Okay.
Like they have the 5G at the towers, and that's a certain speed. But to get to the super hyper speed 5G only works in like very short distances. So they have to kind of put these little micro towers up all over the place to help shorten the gap between your phone and the tower to get those hyper speeds.
Well, I'm just saying, as a non-technological person, if my phone says 5G, I want it to work faster.
Right, and that's
so far it has not.
right, and that's
It almost seems slower.
right. That's the complaint everybody's a lot of people are having right now.
And what's the deal with this 5G, man?
Well, it's still a work in progress. That's what it is. Give it 2 years, and everything will be updated, and you'll be good.
Give it 2 years. Well, until that 2 years happens, can I stay on whatever G that goes
LTE? Yeah,
sure, whatever
absolutely.
goes faster. How's that happening? Help us out, Joe. Fix this up, man.
Your phone by
Come on, Joe.
default is set to auto switch between bands,
Okay.
so you may have to go in the settings and tell it to just stick on prefer 4G LTE.
Okay. There you go.
That'll
So
remedy that.
that's what I like about this show. Help Desk with Joe, and Joe is helping out. So if you're like me and you go somewhere and it says 5G and everything slows way down, go into your settings and then get your...
Yeah, it's under cellular settings. It depends on the phone where it is, but
Yeah.
there is a setting in there
Find it
where
in
you
there.
can change it to. But just
stay.
if you have issues or whatever, make sure you change this back to automatic because it could possibly cause issues somewhere else. I've not ran into it, but I've only flipped my settings when I needed to and flipped them back when I was done. So
Now, Galaxy makes a flip, which is like the old Razor flip, and it's only $350.
I did not see that.
Yeah. They got the fold and they got the flip.
I can picture Google if this turns into a serious problem where lots of people's phones are turning into bricks. They would at least offer you some sort of discount on a new phone or something.
Well, now that's where I have issue.
Yeah.
Because then the paranoia is going, okay,
Yeah.
so you broke my phone,
Yeah.
and out of the kindness of your heart, you're going to knock $100 off of me buying
Right.
another phone from you? I don't think so.
Yeah.
I know a person, he's a real estate agent, and used one of the, and I won't name the drone company, but it was one of the big ones.
Yeah.
Ran an update on their drone, took it out to go view a piece of property, and as soon as it took off, something went screwy with the software, and the drone just took off, shot over hill, got stuck in a tree, and broke. And it was one of the expensive ones.
Still in the tree?
Yep.
I was going to say, how do you go get something like that down in the middle of the forest?
So they contacted the company and said, "Hey, your firmware broke my drone." And they said, "Well, no, the agreement that you agreed to before you installed that firmware said we're not held liable.
Oh, jeez.
But here's what we will do: we will give you a 10% off coupon on a new one."
Oh, God. Now that you're in the business for a new one, let us help you out.
Yeah.
How nice of them.
Yeah.
Goodness.
Yeah, just I almost think of like cars. You know, they do recalls when there's like a serious issue that affects all sorts of cars. I mean,
Like the Chevy Bolt we
don't-
talked about.
they don't say, "Oh, tough luck, buy a new car." They kind of
Yeah,
a lot of these car companies make some attempt to fix a problem if it's
Right, really bad, yeah.
I forget what we're even talking about now. We're so far off.
Google Pixel
Okay,
Yeah.
there we go.
turn it into a brick.
And we're not too far off
That's
topic.
just
That's not as bad as I thought.
just future, maybe. Hopefully not.
Now Joe's switching to Samsung. He's going to be on board with the cool people.
He's gonna be Apple user walking in here.
No.
Yeah. He's been
I've been down that road, and I don't care to go back.
Yeah.
We'll recommend maybe go to the hospital if that happens, right?
Yeah.
Get checked out.
yeah.
Something's wrong with Joe. He's squirrely in the head. He got an iPhone.
Yeah, he walked in here with an iPhone and was talking about how great it was. And
We're really concerned about it.
if that's not a cry for help, I don't know what is.
That's a good one. All right. So, hold on. So, definitive answer here.
Okay.
Are you going back to the Pixel if it doesn't hit you?
I'm just-
Or you're going to switch to Samsung either way? And if you are switching to Samsung, is it going to be the Flip or the Fold?
I think at this point, if I can weather this storm, I think I'm going to stick with the Pixel. Just see what happens.
I'm just going to see what happens.
Yeah, I mean,
Like a Pixel 4 350 new, Pixel 5 450.
well, and what I like about, like I said, with the Pixel, Google always pushes out all the new stuff to the Pixels first because that's their
Yeah,
phones. That's
right,
what I
right.
always like. I always like to be the one that gets the new bells and whistles.
You're on the cutting edge.
Yeah,
I got you.
cutting edge of being bricked.
You know, and it's not bad. I mean, it's almost 3 years, so you know,
Right.
that's the worst that happens. That's not bad. Now, if it happens 6 months in, that's a different story.
Right. Yeah, because when I first got my Pixel, it was
And
the
honestly,
Bluetooth went out on it.
Yeah.
Which happens. I mean, it's
yeah, you're
not,
gonna have a little faulty part here or there, but you
Yeah.
know, for $300, $450 for a new Pixel, that's not bad.
no, it's not bad.
I mean, compared to $1,200 for the newest iPhone or Samsung.
Right. But my only complaint is
Justin,
why should I spend that $450 if the person that I'm buying it from is the one that broke the one
Oh
I
yeah,
had?
yeah. Justin, are you? When are you gonna upgrade? Any upgrade in your
No.
future?
I'm gonna wait till becomes unusable, basically.
until it catches on fire.
Yeah, pretty much.
He's waiting for Apple to push the kill switch on his.
Nice.
Yeah, mine's ancient. I'm kind of surprised, Joe. I mean, I guess, like, with yours, it works perfectly fine. Like, you're not the kind of guy that, I gotta have the Pixel 5. I've only had a 3.
Yeah. Well, if I get something that I like, I run it till it dies. And
I'm with you. I feel like all three of us are in that same deal. So you feel cheated if it doesn't have like a good lifespan.
right, absolutely.
Yeah. Man, it's part of old school. We've become a little bit of a throwaway culture, though. It's kind of crazy.
Yes.
Something breaks, man, nobody fixes it anymore. You just chuck it.
Yeah, it's crazy on how some of this stuff. I mean, of course, nowadays nobody wants to fix anything.
Yeah.
And
Nobody knows how.
or they don't care to learn.
Yep.
Some of this stuff can be fixed with a $5 or $10 part.
Oh, yeah.
That was like I bought an Xbox on eBay several years ago, and bought it from the Pawn Stars, their pawn shop.
Yeah.
They had an eBay store, and I bought it, and it was the Xbox had some kind of weird family lock on it, where it would only run for 3 minutes and then just shut off. So I was like, $20, it's mine. So I bought it. They shipped it to me. Half hour, I cracked the code and reset it and sold it to my buddy.
Nice.
And he ran it forever.
Yeah.
I was like, see right there, $20. I made a little. Of course, I made some money off
Oh,
of it,
yeah.
but still,
Hey, a little bit of elbow grease
yeah,
takes care of some problems.
yeah. It and these people just want to throw it away.
Yep. Interesting. All right. Well, what's so now that you've got two downer stories, what's this third one?
So this is a good one. This is a little pick me up. Not a
Okay.
huge one, but
little.
compared
Just
to
a
what
little pick me up.
yeah. So
We're not going crazy with it. Just a little one.
So HBO Max now has a dedicated app on Vizio SmartCast TVs.
Wow.
And Dave's getting me the deer in the
Dave's-
headlights.
Yeah, I say okay, what?
Dave's a little disappointed with that.
You
pick
said
me
it
up.
like, wow, check this out, and I'm like, I don't even know what that means.
Okay, so if you have a Vizio SmartCast TV,
Okay.
those are the Vizio Smart TVs, and they have apps like Netflix, Hulu, so on and so forth. Now HBO Max is one of those options inside the App Store itself.
Can you just download it?
Now you can. You couldn't before.
Really?
Yeah, before if you wanted to stream HBO Max on your TV, you'd have to use a casting like Apple AirPlay or Google
Right.
Cast from your phone or tablet to the TV. Now you can just run it straight from the TV.
That seems crazy. Why wouldn't they just do that in the beginning?
Well,
I mean, maybe I'm just spoiled because, like, with my Android phone, I can download whatever app I want.
well, it all depends on the manufacturer if they want to support it, and it depends on the content provider if there's a big enough market for them to do it. Because, for example, Roku's one of the biggest streaming platforms out there, so most definitely HBO Max is going to have a app for Roku.
Yeah.
Vizio SmartCast TVs,
Not as much.
right?
I just assumed they were kind of like a computer or a laptop or tablet or anything where you just go to your app store and download the app. And
Well,
bam.
it is, but each manufacturer has their own app store.
Gotcha. Interesting. Okay.
So if you have a Vizio SmartCast TV and are a subscriber to HBO Max, get ready. HBO Max is coming your way, and you no longer will have to do workarounds to be able to stream your HBO Max
I
content.
wonder how many
on-
people that actually affect. Like, how many people you think have a Vizio SmartCast TV?
Apparently enough for HBO Max to,
Get involved?
yeah.
Pretty
Huh.
big company.
Yeah.
Seems like one of the more popular brands.
Yeah, Vizio TVs are really high quality TVs.
Okay.
Is that a Korean company or do you know Chinese?
Oh, jeez. Here I gotta go search some more.
I don't remember right off. I'm wanting to say Korean, but I wouldn't swear to it.
Okay. Chinese.
Mm-hmm.
Li Ko.
Somebody was saying the other day.
But it was
Jez, is this true that there's
They're
pretty much no
assembled
such
in
thing
China
as
and
a-
Mexico.
as a dumb TV anymore? Like companies don't make TVs that aren't smart capable.
They're very hard to find.
Yeah.
I working on a project for a local business. They're wanting some security cameras put in, and they wanted a TV to view the cameras on. And for this customer, there's absolutely no need for the smart features. They won't use them, and that's just something else to get in the way. And I had to actually get one with smart capability because the size they wanted, they didn't offer. Or if they did, it was more expensive than it was the smart one, and so I can't justify go back to the customer and go,
Like in theory,
for an extra $75, I can get rid of the software. Well, I can't do that.
you could get like a large computer monitor, maybe. That'd be a way to work around that.
Yeah, but
Much more expensive though.
oh, yeah, a lot more expensive. Yeah, to get to the size of like a 50-inch TV, you're talking.
Yeah.
It's hard to tell how much.
So get this. So Vizio is a company, but they don't make their own TVs. They farm it out, and they were largely made by Amtran Technology, a Taiwanese company. But then they switched, and Amtran is no longer a partner of Vizio. So now,
But they're based out of Irvine, California.
yeah, based out of Irvine, California. But it says most other companies in the same industry, such as Samsung and LG, make their own TVs, but their costs are a little higher as a result. So Vizio wanted to make their TVs more affordable, so they outsourced the labor and production. And Foxconn is an affiliate. That's not good. If you're not sure about anything about Foxconn, look it up.
Well, they have ties to Apple, so need I say more?
Yeah, I got you. We'll just say child labor and factory labor laws are not in play there.
Those are optional.
A suggestion.
Yeah.
So, Chief Executive and Majority Shareholder William Wang.
We pledge to try not to use too much child labor.
So now that we're on, so since we're already bashing Apple, Justin, you want to go ahead and drop your story?
Yeah, sure. It's a bit of a backlash, and Apple is walking back what initially was an announcement they made that they're going to start basically using an AI program to start scanning images, photos that are on Apple users' phones. Initially, they were saying you would have to have your stuff on iCloud. They wouldn't actually, if my phone was not connected to the internet, it obviously wouldn't be able to go in. It's not just going to look at stuff that's physically on the phone. It'd be stuff that you put on iCloud. But apparently, there is a absolute plague of, in the millions of images that are on things like Dropbox, iCloud, all these companies. There's a lot of illegal images that exploit children. So that in the past, Apple had gotten some flack for not doing enough to combat this, and this is their response. They announced that they're going to unleash some AI and start, scanning people's photos. But now they're walking it back because people were ticked.
Why would people be ticked?
Yeah, well, like Joe said, maybe a little bit of a slippery slope thing to where, it starts out of good intentions, and maybe in some other country, like in theory, they could start scanning people's phones because they want to root out dissidents that are against the government. So maybe they could find images of. They could teach the AI to search for anything. It wouldn't necessarily be, to a good cause like. Most people would get behind. Yeah. Let's try to.
Most people would be behind protecting children.
Yeah.
But
Right,
you're
well-
saying the alternative uses might be making people wary.
Right, and that's the issue I have.
Well, let me ask you, can they do that anyway? Not even tell anybody?
Technically,
the
no.
Patriot Act allows them to do whatever.
Well,
they
that's
want.
the government. This is a private enterprise.
But I'm saying the government will give them the green light because they're like, "Yep, Patriot Act covered you. Go get them, Tiger."
Well, if the Patriot Act did cover them, they would have already done it.
Maybe they already are.
This is true. But here's my issue with it, and this is the way a lot of this nonsense goes on. For the last, and I'm going to say the last year or two, Apple's been a big advocate for consumer privacy and consumer security, and you don't need big data, and you don't need the government monitoring your every move and every picture and all that. They've been a big cheerleader for all that up front, And now this kind of stuff goes on the back door.
Yeah.
Now the other foot has dropped. Now we see why. As a parent, I understand, because that's a great ploy. That is a great hook in, going, hey, look, we're doing this to protect children.
Yeah.
And as a parent, I'm going, hey, that's great. We need to protect kids. But as a privacy advocate and seeing how a lot of this nonsense goes on, they do the smoke and mirrors, saying, hey, this is great for kids. In reality, they have other intentions as to why they want to scan your photos. What those reasons are, I don't know. But they ploy that as, we do this to protect your children. Case in point, we talked about this before the show. When 9/11 hit, the government sent all these security cameras nationwide to these big cities, small towns, including ours,
Yeah.
for counterterrorism measures.
Yeah.
For those of you that don't know where we're at, our town, we have 4 red lights in our entire county.
Yeah.
And you can stand in one spot and see 3 of the 4.
This is true.
We're not a huge terrorist area, guaranteed.
Are you sure? Because I'm pretty sure I saw somebody walking downtown with a tinfoil hat yesterday.
Well, that's different. They're not bothering anybody. So you can't tell me.
It's okay. They're not bothering anybody.
Yeah.
Good response, Joe. That's thinking on your feet. That's what I like about Joe.
Yeah, I may not be the smartest guy in the room, but I'm quick on my feet.
Yeah.
So, they pose this as, well, this is a counterterrorism measures. We live in small town America.
Yeah.
There's not a lot of terrorism
It's like
going
putting them
on
in a
here.
cornfield in Indiana.
Right. Why? So when I seen Apple's backpedaling, first I didn't know that they was talking about doing it to begin with.
Yeah.
And then when I seen these backpedaling, I was like, yeah, that's a smart move, because that actually gives the government the back door in to all this security and privacy stuff that you all have been preaching the last year or two, saying, well, we're doing our best to help. We have your best needs in mind.
Yeah.
No, you don't.
Yeah, that's what you get, Justin, for having an iPhone.
It used to be Apple's whole thing is like, we protect your privacy. We're not gonna.
Yeah.
Exactly. They've been huge cheerleaders for it. Now
It's tough because you could, in theory, you'd want people's, law-abiding citizens to have their stuff protected, but then you create, the better the security is for like images like this, it creates a place on the internet where people can have illegal images and all that stuff.
right. Well, it's one of those things. You can pick any situation in life, and I guarantee we can sit here and come up with a list of them. No matter the situation, it could be used for either good or bad.
Oh, yeah.
Look, okay, for example, an automobile, car. I can either use that car to drive my family from point A to point B, or drive myself to work, or I can drive it through the front doors of Walmart and plow 30 people.
Boy, that turned violent in a hurry.
Well, I mean, it's serious. Think about it. It's one extreme or the other.
I was thinking you're just going to, park in one of our 3 stoplights you can see and just block traffic for a little bit.
Okay, let's go that route. But
I didn't know you were taking out Walmart. Come on, man. That's our main shopping place.
Well, I didn't say our Walmart, but I'm saying, when Apple uses this ploy of...
Justin, get involved.
When Apple uses this ploy of, we're doing this to protect you...
Yeah.
Well, no, you can take any outlook on life and go, well, we need to put this in place because either this really good could happen, or this really, really bad could happen.
Yeah. Now I mean, it's kind of crazy.
So it's one of those...
Huh.
If you had the full intent of protecting it from the really, really bad, then that's great. But when
nobody trusts Apple anymore.
Well, when the solution is
except Justin
going to hurt more law-abiding citizens than it is helping get rid of the bad guys, I've got issues.
Yeah, I go back and forth on this one.
And it's
part of me says unleash the AI and find the imagery and find the people that have it. And, I don't know, but then, like you said, unleashing AI like that.
Hard to tell what else, though. Yeah. I mean, what are they gonna? What's the worst that could happen to the average person that's not breaking the law with photos?
Well, that could just be the tip of the iceberg, and then they could say, well, for security reasons, they may be, to help better catch this in the act, we need to keep an eye on the cameras themselves. We need to spot check on the cameras every once in a while, so they could be taking pictures of you.
Aren't they already doing that?
Not that we know of.
Yeah. I'm just saying, I don't know. I kind of look at. We've had previous conversations. I mean, if my life is that interesting, that somebody wants to look at my photos or turn my
Right.
phone camera on and see what I'm doing. I mean, if they really, really have to see me struggling to jog a couple miles in the evening, and they just like, look at this poor guy, he might have a heart attack any moment. I mean, if that's the highlight of their deal, have at it.
Well, I'm with you, Dave, but it's just a creeper factor.
I'm with you. I'm amazed at the people that come out of the woodwork are like, I don't want anything tracking me. I'm like, where do you go that's that interesting? I mean, we all do the same routine. We go to Walmart.
Right.
We wander around the aisles.
Aimlessly.
We pick up, and then I had this conversation last week with someone that's like, man, I went to Walmart for one thing and I came out with 15.
Now, I'm going to
It's
ask you.
just because I wandered the aisles,
Yeah.
because I was like, well, what I need is all the way back here, and shoot, by the time I got there, I had 10 things, and then on my way out, I picked up 5 more.
I was going to say, let me ask you this. Did you at least walk out with what you went in for? Because I've done that.
And the weird part is I went by it and had to come back, because I was like, wait a minute, what did I come in here for?
Yeah. Well, at least you did that, because usually I'm
Yeah.
like on the way home, I'm going,
Oh, yeah.
I did not.
No, I've done that before.
I walked out with $100 worth of stuff
Yeah,
and didn't
but
even.
not what you needed.
Yeah, everything but what I need.
I've 100% been there before. So that's my point, though.
Justin, you laugh like you haven't done that.
I mean, how many people lead the life of a,
I'm trying to think if I've done that.
Yeah.
I've definitely gone in and come out with stuff and looked at it and said, why did I buy that?
Way more than what you went in for.
Well, we had that whole conversation, and I was like, out of this group of 8 of us standing around talking at the time,
Right.
I was like, I promise you, myself included, none of us are worth following around or spying on.
Right. Well,
And they're all like, well, what if you I was taking a shower, and I was like, I do not take my phone in the bathroom with me, so, but even if I did, I said, let's just think this through here. Do you think anybody wants to see this in the shower?
let's
Like,
make
come
them
on.
regret.
That's how I was supposed to- that'd be an immediate turn that off now. Don't ever turn that one back on. That guy needs some privacy. But it's just one of those things that people throw it out there and they're like, oh, privacy. I'm like, yeah, great. My life's so exciting.
Yeah, I always walk up to our security cameras and I go, "Hello, Mother Russia," and Cindy goes, "Don't do that." I said, "Why?" I said, "That's funny."
What's so funny is it still Mother Russia? I mean,
I don't
once
know.
we kind of got through the '80s scare, now I'm like, it could be. I don't even know what country you throw out now.
Yeah.
Who's spying on us? It's got to be
Yeah.
China, right?
Well, or our own. So
Oh yeah.
it was like that picture I sent you guys last week.
Wait a
the
minute.
meme that said,
You sent a picture.
when you talk about anything, talk about buying
oh,
anything,
anything
and had
that
the
shows
three.
up on your phone.
Yeah, had the 3 people standing there with listening in.
Yeah.
Yeah. That happens, man. That's crazy. I've had it happen twice now.
Yeah, I've had at least once, yeah. My dad and I were talking about clearing trails up at Ben's Run, and then I got, this weird,
Chainsaw advertisements.
yeah.
Well, Kale and I were talking about summer jobs. He's like, man, I really want a job for the summer. And, and I was like, yeah, it'd be nice, but you only got 3 weeks. So, what are you going to do in 3 weeks? Blah, blah, blah. And the next thing you know, the ad on my whatever, I can't remember where it came from, Amazon or Facebook or whatever, was like, looking for employment? I was like, daggone it.
Well, I watched one video of the milk crate challenge. Have you guys seen that nonsense?
Oh, gosh, Joe.
So I seen one video.
I thought
scroll
you were
through-
off TikTok.
This was on Facebook. So.
Oh, boy.
And so now I'm getting ads for milk crates. It's like, I just watched one video of some ding dong falling off the milk crates. Now I'm getting asked to buy milk crates.
So you can try.
Now I did use the AI.
Wait a minute. Who buys milk crates? Everybody I ever know.
Just has them.
Yes, they just go. I hate to say steal. They
Borrow.
go
Obtain
borrow.
them.
They go
They
obtain
obtain
them
them.
from wherever.
Yeah. Well,
Milk
Walmart
crates-
apparently Walmart had an ad that's now trying to sell milk crates.
Oh,
I don't
jeez.
know. Now I did use the. I don't know how well this has worked out yet. I've not talked to him or used his phone to see. But I grabbed my buddy's phone the other evening. We was out to eat, and I just picked it up and I started saying random words into it
Yeah.
just to mess up the AR and get some weird ads on his stuff.
Oh my! What was the best one you threw out?
Uh,
Well, G-rated. What's the best G-rated one you threw out?
Anti-diarrheal medicine.
Nice. All right, I'm gonna try that. I'm just
Yeah.
gonna. It's gonna be weird. I'm gonna be standing around at soccer and soccer game or practice. And I'm
I
just gonna
wasn't
say,
allowed-
anti-diarrhea medication,
Yeah.
and everybody's gonna be like, "What just happened?"
From Vizio TVs to I'm going to start working on the big graph connecting all the
Oh, Justin,
Check out the whole wall.
Justin, you have signed up for a job.
Yeah, you're welcome, buddy.
Oh, man.
Didn't know it was gonna be this exciting, did you? Wait,
So
this
we
job
will-
seems easy. Time out.
Now you see why
Hardest part of the week.
Now you see why Cena bailed on us.
Seems like thank goodness it's not me. All right. So you got a product review this week? or-
Yes.
Yeah. Fill us in. You didn't share this with us pre-show, so I have no idea.
So today I'm going to review Disney Plus, the Disney Plus streaming service.
All right. I'm not as excited as I was.
Well, now
5
you,
seconds
you
ago.
might be.
I doubt it.
Just hear me out.
All right. I will listen with bated breath. Here we go.
Okay, so Disney Plus, for those of you that don't know, it's a streaming service like Netflix and Hulu, but it houses mainly the Disney library as well as the Marvel Universe and Fox content, because Fox now falls under the umbrella of Disney. So it's $7.99 a month, and it gives you access to almost the entire Disney library, all the movies, all the TV shows, everything from the Marvel Universe, the X-Men cartoons from the 90s, the original Wonder Woman and Spider-Man cartoons from the 70s, the Disney content. They even have everything all the way back to the original Steamboat Willie, the very first Mickey
Lion
Mouse
King
cartoon.
and all the old
Yes.
Disney movies. Stuff
Yes.
Like that.
Yeah, Lion King,
Toy Story.
to all the Toy Stories, yeah. And then it even has a lot of the 21st Century Fox content movies. Some of the ones we've watched.
Simpsons.
Yeah, it has the entire Simpsons library. Trying to think what else it has. The Diary of a Wimpy Kid movies, we've watched those I don't know how many times at home. The Marvel movies, it has the Avengers, it has everything on it.
How's this interest me yet?
Was you not a fan of Marvels?
No.
Okay, well then never mind. I thought you was.
No.
So it's $7.99 per month, and one of the other features is it has offline mode, so you can actually download a movie or TV show. And what we do is we load up on movies and TV shows if we have a big road trip ahead, and load them on our
Yeah.
tablet and give it to Sadie, so she's good to go when
Yeah.
on those big car rides.
Man, I remember the day of car rides where you stare out the window and count
Yeah.
trucks or semis or, headlights burn out at night or, whatever. Looking
Yes.
for license plates to try to see how many states you could get.
Or play the fun game of Are we there yet?
Yeah.
Yeah, we used to play my car, so like one car would come by, and that'd be the car you got.
Yeah.
And
The next
person
car is mine,
could
yeah.
be like a beater, and we got a beater.
Yeah.
For some reason, Dad's fun game he always liked to play was one more word and I'm turning this car around.
Yeah.
Fun
I
game.
can't imagine.
Yeah.
Don't make me pull over.
Yeah. Oh yeah, you knew that was just a death sentence.
Yeah.
If the car had to be pulled over, it was done.
Yeah. Lots changed.
So they also have this feature. I'll talk about this where I fall on this one, but it also has a feature called Premiere Access, which gives you a chance to watch some of the latest theatrical movie releases from the comfort of your couch before they're made available to all Disney Plus subscribers.
Really?
Now here's the catch. When the film is offered through Premiere Plus, you can order it for an additional $29.99 per movie.
What?
Yes. Yep.
$30.
Yep. But you can watch as many times as you want until it comes out on Disney Plus for all users.
Yeah. There's a reason I don't have TV. My goodness.
Yeah.
Okay.
I guess in theory, you'd go to the movie theater with your family and you'd spend over $30, but you don't
Yeah,
get the
I
movie theater
mean-
experience from your home. But
There's only 2 of you though, or if it's
Yeah.
a kids movie and you only have 1 or 2 kids. I don't know. I mean, yeah. I see your point. You'd spend that at the movie theater.
But a lot of the other services are doing the same thing, but they're not charging extra.
I wonder if movie theaters are seeing any revenue come back.
Oh yeah, they have to.
pick right back up.
Yeah.
Okay.
now they just gotta start making some movies that
Are worth seeing.
never seen.
Yeah, Cena and I, we was gonna go watch a movie the other day and just didn't find anything worth going to go see.
Well, I have an announcement when you guys are ready.
Okay,
You ready?
let's do it.
Hang on. Wait for it.
For those of you listening, we have they've shown a video of the Minions.
Although this isn't what I thought it was.
How about Minions does it take?
Yeah. Well, thank you, Dave.
There you go, Joe. Happy
All right.
birthday to Joe.
Thank you, thank you.
I don't know how to turn it off now. How do you get rid of these little yellow fellas? Anyway, Joe's birthday today.
Yes, thank
Joe's
you.
76 and Joe's a year older.
Yeah. Year older, and maybe not a year wiser, but a year older
That's
at
right,
least.
yeah. So happy birthday.
Thank you.
Little Minion. I thought it'd be a little different Minion video, but that took a little while to kick in.
Yeah, that's all right. Still good.
I'm technology challenged. And I didn't do any homework. I'm just like, hey, I'll pull up a video. No
He's
problem.
quick on the draw, so
So we'll give credit to Denise. Denise let me know today was your birthday.
Well, thank-
Denise.
yes, thank you, Denise.
Somebody's got to hold the ship together. If that makes sense.
Yeah, it's more of a job than Justin can handle.
It takes a village to remember somebody's birthday, and apparently that village is made up of Denise. So she does great stuff. But anyway, so yeah, happy birthday, Joe.
Thank you.
What are you getting for your birthday?
I don't know yet.
Oh, surprise, huh?
Well, we are going to my favorite Mexican restaurant this evening, so that's a plus.
Okay,
So we're going to, so we're definitely going to La Finca. So I'm excited about that.
nice.
Great local business.
Yes.
Yeah, love La Finca. Okay, cool deal.
So that just makes it right there.
Yeah, that's a good birthday present. I agree. How old are you?
35.
Nice. Okay.
Yes, we're moving right along.
Yeah, I mean, I'm 47, so you know. Phew, you got a ways to go, Joe. But at least you're up to speed on technology.
That's
So,
right.
anything else we need to cover with your product review?
You guys ready for pros and cons?
Oh, okay. I didn't realize this was a pros and cons. You had me at the
Yeah.
$30 a movie that lost me right there. It's like, all right, enough
Well,
said.
Well, that's optional.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
still. Okay, all right. Pros and cons. Pros of this jobby.
Pros, the large library of content. If you are a fan of any of the Disney content, the movies or TV shows, or any of the Marvel stuff, or any of the 21st Century Fox content, this is the place to be. There's a massive library of content. Another pro, easy to navigate. The search box is great. One thing they have that I absolutely love is I don't like searching for stuff by category and going through all that. They actually have just an entire A to Z section. You can sit there and scroll through the entire library from A to Z. That's one thing I really like.
Yeah.
The next pro is the price. Only $7.99 a month for all this content. All commercial free. You get the download add-on available as well as part of the price. There's no any extra gotchas or tiered plans or anything like that. And no commercials. The last pro is no commercials. That $7.99 a month is a commercial-free experience. You can watch whatever show or movie you want without having to worry about ads at the beginning or interfering with your favorite movie or TV show.
Okay.
So, the cons. I have two cons. The first one, it's kind of an annoyance more than anything, is Netflix and Hulu and the rest of them, we're used to seeing content come and go, just based on however the contracts go.
Yeah.
Disney this falls in the same category. Netflix has Netflix originals. You never see those Netflix originals go away.
Right.
Disney owns all this content, and every once in a while you'll see a movie just disappear and reappear on another platform because they've worked out some kind of contractual agreement with these content providers. My thoughts are, Disney, you own the rights to all this. Why are you basically shooting yourself in the foot to take this movie off of your platform and move it over here. That, to me, that's bad business.
Right,
But
right.
but I also don't have the money Disney has either. So apparently there's some money to be made on that. But from my standpoint, is why do that?
Yeah,
Why can't you just have them both places?
I agree. And so it's got to be just a fiscal decision.
It absolutely is.
Yeah.
But as on the consumer side, I'm going, well, that doesn't make sense. You should just, if you're pitching it, hey, we have everything, don't sell it to me as you have everything when you don't. And here's the big con. This is the big con that killed the deal on Dave before we even started, was the Premier Access. $30 a movie.
Ah, jeez. Yeah.
That, to me, I had the service. I love the service, but I refuse to pay that extra $30 to watch a particular movie. To me, that's not. I can't justify that. Paramount Plus is doing the exact same thing, but they don't charge extra for the movie. The new Paw Patrol movie's out, which Sadie's dying to see. I can watch it right now on Paramount Plus for the plan that I'm paying for, and I'm not having to pay extra to watch it. HBO Max, I don't know what the current movie is, but over the summer when they had Wonder Woman playing here at the theaters, I could have sat at home and watched the same Wonder Woman movie. Didn't have to pay extra for it.
King Kong was another one, I think.
Yeah. King Kong was another one. So all these other companies are doing this, but yet Disney's trying to soak an extra $30 out of you with the thought, with the pitch of, well, you can watch it as many times as you like. Yeah, but I can also wait 2 months when it's offered to me as part of my subscription, and I can sit and watch as many times as I want. Then also,
Yeah. A little bit of patience.
Yeah.
Saves you $30.
Yeah.
The crazy part is how many. I mean, if it's like a one-time thing, but you're talking $30 a movie, and
Yeah.
how many movies does a person watch on an average month, week, whatever?
Right. Well, and the thing
That
of it is,
stacks up in a hurry.
yeah, absolutely. And it's not all their newest movies that come out. That's like they pick one each month, and that's that month. That's the movie for that month. The most recent one was Jungle Cruise. I've not seen it. I don't know what it's about, but it has Dwayne Johnson starring in it. But for some reason, I just can't. Cannot justify dropping $30.
It's got The Rock in it, Joe. Drop at $30.
He's made some great movies, but I can't just justify dropping $30 to sit at the house.
It's kind of crazy. Has he? What do you think his best movie is?
Now, the first one that comes to my mind that I really liked was when he did. I can see it. It's one he did a remake on.
The Mummy?
No,
Jumanji?
no. It was he did where he came back as a sheriff and took down the casino.
Oh yeah. I know what you're talking about. Yeah, Walking Tall.
That one.
I didn't like that one that much. That's
You-
kind of
really?
Yeah, it's out there a little bit.
I really liked it.
Central Intelligence is my favorite movie with him in it. That and probably Baywatch, just because it's funny. Let's see. The Tooth Fairy wasn't bad. I like The Rundown. He's pretty good in Be Cool with John Travolta.
I've not seen it.
It's pretty
Yeah,
good.
it's a big list of stuff I've never seen.
I didn't realize he was in The Mummy.
Yeah. Yeah, they actually did a spin-off with him. Called The Scorpion King.
Yeah. Anyway.
Yes, there's your movie trivia
he's
for
in
the day.
He's in a ton of movies, but not all of them I feel are good. I feel like he's just... Which, I mean, that can be the same with everybody, I guess.
Have you seen Jumanji, Joe?
No, I haven't. When I seen they was going to remake it, I've watched bits and pieces of the Robin Williams
Oh,
one.
yeah. Robin Williams one's awesome.
And then when I seen that he was going to remake, I was like, really? You're going to remake something with Robin Williams? Now, I seen the rundown. I like the rundown. The rundown was good.
It's funny.
So,
Slightly silly, but funny.
right. Okay, so back to
What
task
were
at
we
hand.
That didn't even cost you $30.
I know.
Yeah.
So where do you guys think I'm going to fall on this rating?
Do you give half stars or just?
Yeah,
solids?
yeah, we give half stars.
I think 4.5.
4.5,
Really?
Yeah.
No way. I say 3.
3.
I'm still learning Joe's ways. So.
Okay, I'm right in between you guys. I'm at 4 stars.
Yeah.
Now I would have given Disney Plus 4.5 stars, or maybe even 5 stars,
No way.
if they didn't have the Premier Access. That Premier Access was a big.
5 stars for something that does $30 for a movie?
No, if they didn't do the $30, I wouldn't have given it 5 stars.
Oh my god.
But I'm giving it 4.
Okay. Disappoint me, Joe.
Hey, from my standpoint, Disney Plus, for the most part, is pretty safe that I can let Sadie watch and not have to worry about it. So
Yeah, I guess that's true. All right, 4 stars for Joe for
Yes.
Disney Plus, so not too bad.
Not too bad.
That's a really good rating for Joe. Actually, he's usually very critical.
yeah, that $30 movie deal, that was
I
that
think
had a lot of weight.
What I didn't factor in is, as you said, and you said this twice, it's optional.
This is correct.
So okay, all right.
So National Geographic is another one that falls under that umbrella, right?
Yeah,
Disney
yeah.
Plus.
Yeah, National Geographic has content on there as well. They have Disney, Pixar, National Geographic, 21st Century Fox. There's a lot, and they also even have original content as well.
Yeah, it seems like they're a little light on the original content. I mean, compared to a Netflix.
Right. Well, but if you look at the library that they have, I mean, considering they now own all the 21st Century Fox content, there's a lot of content right there before you even add on all the. Okay, it's Disney, Pixar, Marvel, Star Wars, and National Geographic. That's all the content that's available on their website, on their service. So if you're a huge, well, they had the original Star Wars: The Mandalorian. That was a Disney Plus original, and if you like watching all the Star Wars movies, you can watch them all on Disney Plus.
Anyway, all right. Well, show 76, Joe. You got anything else you want to add in there?
I think
And it's your
we're
birthday.
covered. Yeah.
All right. Well, good birthday show. I mean, you know, you could be worse places doing some IT job up in a attic or ceiling
I was
somewhere.
gonna say I could actually be out working, so
Well, this kind of work. All right. Well, show 76 in the books here. Help desk with Joe. And Joe, you covered Hulu, Pixel 3, Possible Crash, Brick, Block, whatever you want to call it.
Yep.
And then
HBO Max.
HBO Max, and then reviewed Disney Plus. So.
Yeah.
Okay, good birthday show. What about
And then
if
we talked about Justin's Apple story.
Yeah, Justin, gee whiz. Apple. So if anybody has any questions for you about anything from a previous show or just IT related in general, technology related in general, how do they get a hold of you?
You can give us a call at our office at 304-927-3588. Check out our website at amdigitaltechnologies.com. Follow us on social media. We're on all the major platforms. We're on Facebook, Twitter, and YouTube at AM Digital Tech for all that. And be sure to subscribe to the podcast. Help Desk with Joe and Dave. We're on all the major podcast platforms. On all of our episodes are hosted by Anchor.fm.
All right. Nice.
One more thing I'm going to throw in. Thank you, Joe, and A&M Digital Technologies for sponsoring a giveaway for our Strava group. We're going to be giving away
Ooh.
2 Wise fitness band tracker things.
All right.
For just encouraging people in the community to get out, do 5 miles a week, 2 consecutive weeks, and we got 2 winners picked for that.
Perfect.
Nice. Yeah. Very awesome. A&M Digital Technology, a local business here. It sponsors all our stuff, takes care of everything for Patch, keeps everything running in the background for Patch, of course. And a lot of other businesses and community organizations in our region. So don't be afraid. Reach out. Support your local businesses. Support A&M Digital Technologies. And reach out and let Joe know that it's his birthday. So wish him a happy birthday. Catch him at La Finca. Give him some whipped cream in the face.
Or not.
You know, take care. It's your birthday. You get that once a year.
Hey, we gotta have social distancing.
Well, you can social distance with that whipped cream all over your face.
Throw it from 6 feet away. Right?
No, just do a walk by. It'll be fine. So, you know, if you can get 2 or 3 times, if you're out in La Finca this evening, just track down Joe and give him some. I don't care. Whipped cream, cheese dip, whatever. Get him in it. All right. Well, that's show 76 for the day, and we'll be back next week for show 77. And again, Help Desk with Joe, brought to you by Patch here at our Patch Studios in Spencer, West Virginia. And again, helping people with their technological issues. And Joe and Justin and myself. We'll see you next week.